So I'm about to record a podcast, right? And here's how we're going to do this podcast today, right? I don't know if this cut is going to be for Patreon or if I'm going to put the whole thing out for the rest of the world because, like, usually here's what I do, right? I'll be like, I'm not talking into this microphone, yeah, there we go. Let's get them going. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's going to sound better for y'all. But here's the thing, right? I don't know what I'm going to do with this podcast because I don't know what level of filter I'm going to have. And I'm not going to limit myself today. Why? Because I pre-record these shows, so I don't have to. But we're going to have a show today, man. We're going to talk about optical illusions. And that's going to be like the running theme of the show, right? We're going to get in on a little bit of AOC as a Met Gala. And what about the kids? Then I'm going to talk about, can you clean the kitchen with a garden tool? Is the friend zone a fallacy? And why do you care what I do? And then we're going to close it out with this immigration insanity because it is immigration stuff is getting crazy, you know. But before all of that, hey, it's the big baby, and I'm back. I'm back. I ain't bike because I ain't from Florida. I'm from Georgia, the real South. But I'm back, and I got them Bobby Portis eyes. I got them Sonny Sims eyes. Watch out now. But anyways, man, so optical illusions, right? Let's talk about an optical illusion. What in the world is an optical illusion? Something that deceives the eye by appearing to be other than it is. And I think we live a life of so many optical illusions. And that's why that's going to be the theme of today's podcast. So often we think something is something and it ain't that. So often we want to make something something, but it ain't that. And so what like inspired this conversation for me is now that Aaliyah's music has been released on streaming platforms, and I mean it's two of her albums, her self-titled album Aaliyah, and what's the other album on there? I don't want to be disrespectful. And One in a Million. Your love is a 1 in a million. It goes on. Yeah, all of that. But here's the thing, man. I love Aaliyah's music. I think it's absolutely great music. But I could always listen to it growing up. My mama never said, you better not be listening to no damn Aaliyah. You know? But let me put on some gangster rap music, some hardcore rap music. Oh, you don't need to listen to all that hippity hop, all that MF this, all that GD that. And I go, okay, well, maybe you're right, but do you not hear what's in some of this R&B music? Like when you listen to Rock the Boat, work the middle, change positions. Now stroke it, baby, stroke it for me. Like she's talking about getting her boat rocked. But it was okay because of the presentation. And that's why I talk about we live in this world of optical illusions. Because we care about the presentation, but we really don't care about the content of what's going on, right? So if the presentation is good, if it looks good, it smells good, then by golly, it tastes good. But I beg to differ. I'm a content guy, right? The appearance, I mean, if you're a woman I'm trying to date, that matters there. If you don't look good to me, you probably won't know my name. But that's me. I can be shallow in that place, and maybe I'm missing my blessing because of it. I'll accept that. But we'll get into that a little bit later on the podcast. But see, we live in these optical illusions because we care so much about what things look like on the surface, right? But we're not actually caring about the true substance of what's going on. And I think this is best exhibited by cancel culture. Because if somebody has a bad tweet from yesteryear, if somebody is not as woke on a stance as they should be, if they're just a little bit, antiquated in their ways of thinking, we go, oh, this person's terrible. Instead of taking the time to getting to know that person, understanding that human being, and maybe providing education for them, you go, oh no, I seen your tweets. I know what you think. I know what you feel. Well, did you ever think about the context of those tweets? Could that tweet have been a joke? Could this person have been like ignorant 17 years ago, 7 years ago, 7 months ago, but now have been educated so they're a better person? Optical illusions. So instead, what we do now is we don't really speak what we truly feel. We say the things that are okay, that we won't get in trouble for, and we think that's fine. It's just like the music conversation I was talking about. I couldn't listen to no gangster rap while my mama was around, but she would have no problem with me listening to Aaliyah talking about rocking a boat and work in the middle and changing positions and stroking for her. Really? You want me to stroke for you, baby? And again, this is not a knock on Aaliyah. This is not anything towards her because I love the music. I love I love what she was doing. I mean, hell, she said age ain't nothing but a number, which is not true because age is more than a number. You gotta make sure you find that number of consent, or you will be R. Kelly, and you will be up out of here. But I say all that to say that when sometimes you run into these lions or these wolves in sheep's clothing, right? And they're optical illusions because they're telling you what you want to hear in a way that you want to hear it, but what they're really about is not what you're about, and you find yourself in these unfortunate predicaments where you've now lashed yourself onto something that you don't even stand for. You've elected a leader that you don't even believe in, because on the surface they've given you what you want, right? Like we talk about the national leadership and how they had told us all these things we wanted to hear, and then we find ourselves less than a year in and we're upset because we didn't receive what we wanted. Why? Because of optical illusions.